Welcome back to the China Law 101 video series. I'm your host, Edgar Choi from Law in a Minute. In today's video, we will explain whether it is illegal to exchange money in China. In October 2023, foreign exchange regulators in China announced 88 penalized cases involving a total fine of approximately 37.44 million yuan. Out of those, individuals were involved with 60 cases, accounting for nearly 48% of total fines at 18 million yuan. China has stringent currency controls for both individuals and businesses. Under the detailed rules for the implementation of personal foreign exchange management, residents are not allowed to exchange currency privately and must conduct such transactions at designated banks. Domestic individuals are limited to a simplified quota of 50,000 USD per person per year. For amounts exceeding this quota, relevant documentation is required to complete the transaction at a bank. Despite these regulations, many people illegally exchange large sums of foreign currency through underground banking, private swaps with friends, corporate matching, or ant-moving methods. According to the foreign exchange management regulations and other relevant laws, both parties involved in the currency exchange and those providing the service are legally responsible. Therefore, I will analyze the administrative liability and criminal liability for money exchanging and introduce legal methods of doing so instead in this article. In terms of administrative liability, we will look at two cases, called the ant-moving case and the underground bank case. An individual named Li from Liaoning used the identity of over 100 people to transfer 6.7536 million Canadian dollars abroad. This is a classic example of ant-moving, a method used to evade foreign exchange controls. Li's action resulted in a substantial fine of 1.7 million yuan. In another instance, Tan from Hubei province engaged in 146 illicit foreign exchange transactions through underground banking channels, amounting to 4 million US dollars. A heavy penalty of 2.6 million yuan was imposed for Tan. Turning our attention to criminal responsibility, it's important to understand that the criminal law identifies specific offenses related to foreign exchange transactions, such as foreign exchange evasion and illegal business operation. It's noteworthy that while individuals are less likely to face criminal charges for foreign exchange evasion, they are not exempt from consequences if their actions disrupt market order, as stipulated in Article 225 of the Criminal Law, as shown in the case study below. Between July 16th and September 27th, 2019, Xie illegally traded foreign currency by offsetting RMB with equivalent foreign currency in Hong Kong. Xie exchanged significant amounts of currency with individuals A and B without any underlying business dealings, setting rates above official ones, indicating profit-motivated business activity, which constituted illegal business operations. However, exchanges with individual C related to legitimate business between C and Xie's brother lacked evidence of profit intent and thus were not considered illegal. This case illustrates that private, non-profit-driven currency exchanges for personal business or debt reasons are not typically deemed illegal business operations. In some cases, you can be implicated in money laundering if the exchange involves concealing proceeds of crime, regardless of profit. Article 191 of the Criminal Law states that knowingly hiding the illegal nature and source of criminal proceeds constitutes money laundering. Ignorance of the criminal origin of funds typically does not result in liability, but willful ignorance, especially when aware of the counterparty's illegal activities, can lead to money laundering charges. The legal way to exchange money is to do so is to send money home via your bank or to simply bring RMB in cash with you when you leave the company. You must provide sufficient documentation in the bank, as per the policies such as the tax records. The bank will review and confirm details such as the transaction entities, amounts, and nature to decide whether to process the foreign exchange transfer. If you carry an amount equivalent to or less than $5,000, you can simply walk out the country with the money in your pocket and customs will clear it. However, this does not apply to those who make multiple round trips on the same day or multiple short-term round trips. For amounts carried equivalent to over $5,000 up to and including $10,000, one must apply for the carrying permit from a bank. Customs will clear it upon presentation of the carrying permit stamped by the bank. If multiple carrying permits are used and the cumulative total stamped by the bank exceeds the equivalent of $10,000, customs will not allow clearance. For amounts carried over the equivalent of $10,000, one must apply for a carrying permit from the Foreign Exchange Bureau located where the deposit or currency exchange bank is situated. Customs will clear it upon presentation of the carrying permit. Thank you for watching today's video. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will explain how inheritance laws and family succession works in China.